This is what I do know. Separate of the rail trail, as it stands now, it's very easy for cyclists or for hiker walkers to start in Ladysmith and do a one-day walk or cycle to Takara. There's places to stay there and continue on to Humula, and from Humula to Rosewood on these beautiful backcountry roads. There are people in Humula who would be more than willing, I would say, to host guests, to start little businesses. And there even is a campground in Humula. There's a sportsman's club in Humula for a small town of 100. It's already doable. So it's to the point, I think, people should just start treating it like a trail and making it so popular that people would come and they would do it.
Wagga to Tumbarumba, Day 4.
Breakfast of champions. All right, it's like a 600-meter walk to the public toilets. I hope they're open because that's where I'm going to get my water supply for the rest of the day. From everything I've read, Humula is a very small town, population less than 100, and but it's cute. It really is a cute little town. No stores though. It may be small, but this is the second church. My goodness. And this is why I use the word Camino for this trail, the rail trail that I would love to be built. There's so many old little churches in these small towns along the way. So I just had an amazing conversation with a local named Sue, and they are dying to get this town an economy. And when I told her of my idea, she was so on board and is very supportive. And next Saturday they're having a gathering out here that I've been invited to, and she said I'd have a lot of local support here. Sue had told me an artist from Melbourne came here over a year ago and painted the fire brigade house, and they did an amazing job. So I've just turned on to Downfall Road. From all the reports I've read, this is supposed to be a stunning stretch of road between Humula and Rosewood. I just had another interesting chat with a farmer who stopped, and he said, in all my time up here I've seen many things, but never a walker with hiking poles on a backpack come through here. So I explained to him about my journey and my walk and the reasons why, and we talked about the rail trail, and he said the train line runs right through his property. And so I asked him what his thoughts were, and he goes, I'm not against it. He says, but the issue is that track runs 60 meters in front of my front door. And he goes, I feel like I would lose a lot of my privacy. He wasn't completely resistant to the idea of it, especially if it was diverted away from his property. So this is Downfall Road. It's not paved or sealed, it's just dirt, but it's a great road. Very doable for bikepacking and for walking. I'm leaving the dirt road and I'm entering a paved road, which is the official start of the Greater Hume Shire. No longer in the Wagga district. So similar to the States, this is a Forest Service road, which means it's public access, but you do have to be aware of the hazards like falling trees, road work, workers, etc., etc. So I'm going to give this a try and head on to Akuna Road. I'm sure I will not see anyone here, especially on a Sunday. So, more hills, but that's fine. It's the landscape has definitely changed, and you can feel the temperature has dropped 1 or 2 degrees. So definitely it's going to be a cold one tonight. I'm hoping I can follow the Akuna Road right down to a junction where the S bend of the train track starts. I've heard that's a really pretty section, and I'm hoping I can walk close to it. Did I tell you how amazing it is to eat cold chips? Day 2. Here's to cold carbs. I got company. I hear motorcycles. I head off. Now I'm heading downhill. Just look at those trees. Look at that. The train line. Just look how glorious this is. Nothing beats some hot chicken noodle soup with some extra Japanese udon for dinner. Cheers.